Hey y'all, happy Monday. I hope that y'all are having a great day. Today we are going to be talking about those days when we just feel like we are having the worst day ever. Now, be honest with yourself right now. How many days in your life have you said, man, this is just the worst day ever? Because I know I am guilty of saying that multiple days, and they really weren't the worst day ever. I was just making a bigger deal about things than I should have. Those days that we tend to call the worst day ever is usually because things are just not going our way, or maybe we did something we weren't supposed to that day and we were very overwhelmed by the weight of our sins. We might even feel like the things of this world have begun to overtake us. But listen to what John 16:33 says. It says, "These things I have spoken to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer, I have overcome the world." When you feel like you have seen your sin overcome you, know that Jesus has overcome the world, and know that your sin is of this world, and that Jesus has overcome it, and that you can find peace in Him. I know there are times in all of our lives where we see that a certain sin has been affecting us in a certain way in our lives that has caused us not to be able to live as best as we could for Jesus. But listen, whenever you feel like you are being overwhelmed by a certain sin and you realize what you have been doing, do not dwell on it. Accept that you have done this thing, ask for forgiveness, and move on. Know that Jesus has given you grace, and that if you have been struggling with something, you can find peace and forgiveness in Jesus, and that you can overcome this sin and turn away from this sin through Jesus Christ. One of my biggest struggles is that I tend to dwell on things. Whenever I realize I've done something wrong, I'll dwell on it and think about it for a long time. But in reality, the only thing that can help me is Jesus, talking to Jesus about it. Dwelling on things, worrying about things is not going to change it. Jesus can help you change it. So guys, maybe today was your worst day ever. Maybe sometime last week was your worst day ever. And who knows, maybe during the rest of this week you might have another day that feels like the worst day ever. But I promise, guys, you can find peace in Jesus Christ. And whatever it may be that made you have such a bad day can be overcome through Jesus. You can find peace in Him. I've had a song stuck in my head all last week, and it says, "The Lord our God is ever faithful, never changing through the ages." He loves you so much. He died for you, and He still loves you that much. Even on your worst day, He loves you that much. So just know that He is always there, and you can always talk to Him. If you're having a bad day, ask Him for strength, and He will give it to you. Just speak to Him, talk to Him. He wants you to seek Him. Guys, I hope that you have a great week. I hope that you have a lot of best days ever this week. When you feel like it's the worst day, give it to Jesus, and He can turn it into the best day. It's all about how you go about things. It's all about how you think about things. If you, I've been talking about positivity a lot, and if you think about something negatively, it's going to be negative. If you think about something positively, usually you're going to see it in more of a positive way. So guys, whatever you are experiencing, whatever worst days ever you've had recently, give them to Jesus and know that He overcomes this world and that you can find so much peace in Him. I love you guys so much, and I just hope that you guys have a great rest of the week. See you next Monday.